Coming up on this episode of SEVA TV, we learn self-defense, meet some powerful women, and break down gender stereotypes. Stay tuned for all this and more only on SEVA TV.
The name of the video that we turned in is Fight the Bite.
My favorite part was just the experience and like just working with technology. The motivation and the teamwork.
I'm joined today by Emily, a student from Franklin High School. Emily, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Due to the pandemic, Emily will be hosting the show remotely from her house. Emily, take it away.
Thanks, Nebaiot. Hi, and thank you for joining us. My name is Emily, and I'll be your host. Girls rule the world, and it's looking fabulous because strong is the new beautiful, which is exactly why we are heading over to Andrew Carnegie Middle School to learn how martial arts can empower women.
This is Master Amatis Purring from the Studio Martial Arts and Fitness. We teach the art of Taekwondo. So Taekwondo is a Korean martial art, and basically it's the art of kicking and punching. Literally translated, it means the way of the hand and foot. So it's the way we use our hand and foot, but most importantly, it's the way we live our lives as a martial artist. I've been practicing Taekwondo for over 27 years. I got into martial arts because I wanted to do something that was for me, that wasn't a team sport. I didn't want to have someone to pass me the ball to make the shot. I wanted to do something that was in my control and I could get as good as I wanted, and so I chose to do Taekwondo. It's a wonderful way to be able to defend yourself so that you don't have to rely on someone else. So if you ever needed help, instead of yelling for help and maybe no one's there, you can be able to defend yourselves and take care of yourselves. That's really important for me. Also, it's great for confidence, and it's a great sport to get in great shape. I think it's really important for women to do Taekwondo as an art, as well as take self-defense classes, because when you take self-defense classes, it gives you the ability to be able to protect yourself and not have to rely on someone else. So it's important to do both. One is an art, and it does have self-defense in it, and the other one is an emphasis just on self-defense. My biggest advice is to stick with it, because results come from consistency. So if you're consistent with something, you're going to be pretty good at it. And I would suggest overcoming whatever obstacles you have to start and then stick with it. Just like anything in life, you'll be most successful if you're consistent.
In October, we wear pink for breast cancer awareness, and so do the students at Heron School. So let's get out there and show our support.
So what are you gonna wear for Halloween?
I'm actually going to wear pink to support people with breast cancer.
That sounds great. I think it deserves a day of its own, though. How about we make October 11th pink for Awareness Day?
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like to join you guys, but I don't know what to wear.
Don't worry. We got you.
Whew.
You can look now.
So on October 11th, you can wear pink from head to toe.
Pink ribbons like these are also great too.
All TK through 8 is invited to join. We will also have a middle school lunch rally in the cafeteria. Show your spirit and support for those who have overcome and are currently battling breast cancer.
If you could have any power in the world, what would it be? Super strength? Telekinesis? How about being a girl? Next, we talk to a few super amazing women to get their unique perspectives on life.
Hi, my name is Gianna Solari. I asked a series of questions to a group of women of a variety of ages about women empowerment, self-confidence, and body image. I wanted to see the similarities and differences between their answers and if age had something to do with their perspective. This is my SEVA.
Dea Angelo, and I'm 8.
Caroline Leonard, 17.
Jenny Darnell, 46 years old.
Joe Harding, 78.
Pam Usanti, and I'm 66 years old.
Emerson Van Rees, 10.
Erica Torrey, 43. Diane Hamlin, 76 years old.
Eileen Van Rees, 13 years old.
I would say I'm a serious person and a very intuitive person in my personality.
Cheerful, a little active and kind.
I think I'm pretty outgoing and like funny and just pretty easygoing.
An introvert, I'm kind of a loner. I like people and I like to be with people, but I also really value my alone time and my solitude.
Funny and nice.
Outgoing introvert.
I like the fact that I'm devoted to my family and my kids.
I really like my eyes.
That I get a kick out of myself.
When something's hard, I practice until I get it right.
My ability to be humorous, to laugh.
I don't really love something about myself, I just like how I am.
I love that I am an active person with my family.
I love my energy. I love my creativity, probably most of all.
I'm very self-conscious about a lot of things, but I guess one of my favorite things is probably my hair.
I like that I'm naturally pretty athletically built and thin.
I think I have really pretty feet.
That I'm shapely.
I like my hair, like I like the color of my hair.
No, not really.
Maybe my hair. I wish I had thick, bouncy, gorgeous hair.
Now that I'm getting older, I'm a little softer than I used to be.
No, I kind of like my body the way it is.
I always wanted to be taller. Like I always wanted to be like crazy, like 6 feet tall.
I dislike how tall I am.
My waist shape, I feel like it's weird, and I feel like I always stand really weird.
Perhaps longer legs would be great, but my body is fine. It works, and I'm glad for it.
My mom.
I really admire my mom.
Probably like Michelle Obama or Oprah Winfrey.
Close to home, my spouse, my daughter, my granddaughter. Not so close to home, Nancy Pelosi and Gloria Steinem.
Currently, I admire Sister Vianney.
I kind of look up to my sister.
I'm kind of on a Ginsburg kick right now.
I right now am admiring my stepdaughter, Sarah Hamlin.
Definitely Alex Morgan. That would be a very big role model for me.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
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 I think that word has kind of a negative connotation to it, so I prefer to call myself a peopleist.
I believe in equality for women, for sure. I don't know that I would describe myself as a feminist, but I do think there's certain things that are safer for men. For the most part, yes, I think men and women should be equal.
I don't know, I really like that I can have kids because I love kids.
Being open to things.
Everything.
I think typically like women are more of a caregiver type person, and I think that's pretty amazing.
I don't see many men have so much fun as we women have.
The love and empowerment that happens, and like when we all come together, it's just really cool. No.
I don't really find too much difficult about it, actually.
Sometimes I think being compared to like society's image on women is really challenging, especially when you're young.
I don't really know.
Periods. Definitely. Number one, definitely.
Oh, wow. I really don't feel anything is difficult about being a woman.
I think that we accept responsibility for house and home and family and work, and I think that there may not be enough hours in the day to be able to do all of it gracefully and easily.
No, but there's been people that have made fun of like my friend, like said that boys are better than girls to my friends.
Yeah, I was treated, when I was in college, I had an internship with a company, and instead of getting my paycheck at work like the other men at my work, I actually was told to go to my boss's house and pick up my paycheck, and he came to the front door in a towel.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yes, I have.
Actually, it's funny. I had a grandmother, Grandma Lucille, and they lived out on a ranch, and she was just a different type of woman. But she, like, in her world, you know, I helped with dinner, my brother helped with yard work. When we would eat dinner, then my brother got to go in the front room and watch, you know, the game with my grandpa while I had to do the dishes because I was a girl. And from a very early age, I knew that was so incorrect.
Kylie and Emily, they are my friends.
Definitely my mom.
Probably Ava, my daughter.
My daughter, Sarah, and my spouse, Carol.
I would say my wife, Lori.
My sister.
My daughters, and then my mom and my mother-in-law.
Probably my sisters.
Probably my mom or my sister.
Well, I think the image of women is like really changing, and I feel like it's a lot more open, like the opportunities that women get, especially in like jobs nowadays.
I think my mom pretty much had a lot to do with my upbringing, and her comments were a lot of comments, and I tend to say this sometimes with my own daughter, but just like to be ladylike and that girls don't do certain things, you have to sit a certain way.
I think that girls should be able to do whatever they want.
Well, growing up and then later in college, I feel like I was expected to get married and have children, and that would be my life.
Definitely, my mom has taught me a lot about how anyone can do anything they want.
I don't think so, because I feel like women are pretty strong and they're pretty underrated compared to men, so I'm glad that I'm a woman.
Not really, no.
No, never.
Yes, when I was a young girl and kind of struggling with my sexuality, I wished I was a little boy, or I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I had the body that I should have.
No.
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 No, I don't remember ever talking about that openly, about being a woman.
Sometimes it's mostly self-guidance, but definitely my mom or like my grandma.
I would say my mom definitely helped me, but for the most part, it was pretty much me just figuring it out on my own because, I don't know, I just not really someone who likes to ask for help. So although my mom did help me, I kind of like to figure things out on my own.
My mother was a nurse, so she was very academic about it.
Yeah, totally. My parents loved to talk about that stuff. They had like these books, and you had to read the books together, you know.
To make things fair.
Like proving people wrong, like doing something even when someone says I can't do it.
Probably to fly, because I tend to be late.
Be able to walk through walls and walk through one place into another and be seen if I wanted to and not be seen if I didn't want to.
I would like to fly.
Invisibility.
Handle a high level of stress.
I would fly.
It's for everyone to be heard.
Girls know it all. they never fall, and they can play basketball. They really can do it all. Let's check in with the ladies at Main Avenue Elementary to watch them play basketball.
Our technology teacher, she told us that we were going to make like a PSA video, and then she gave us like a lot of things that we could make out of it, and those like a PSA videos.
We made the video by looking at other videos, and we wanted to make a sports video.
Samiya, she said that she wanted to do like a sports video, and like I said, that's cool, we could do basketball, and we all agreed on it.
So me and my group decided to make a sports video to show others like girls can play basketball.
The video was kind of about bullying, so like we can like stop bullying and like help people speak up.
And it doesn't matter who you are, you can still do other stuff other people can do.
My favorite part was when we, at the end, when we said girls can play basketball and she threw it back.
Hey, can we play basketball with you guys?
No, girls can't play basketball.
Girls can play basketball.
Yes! Girls stick together. That's just what we do. Take a lesson from the ladies tennis team at Franklin High School. Watch how they serve up some teamwork.
Despite being considered a solo sport, having a sense of fellowship can help, especially in the game of tennis. At Franklin High School, our girls' tennis team works hard to incorporate teamwork into their overall game.
With the addition to our new coaching staff and new players, teamwork is needed more than ever.
With the new head coach, Jesse Paganina, and returning coach, Mark Stinson, together they plan to implement teamwork and overall improve our girls' tennis team.
And for a singles player, they have, even though they're playing by themselves, but at the same time, in between their matches, they should be able to pumping up their teammates next to them or away from them to be able to say, "Let's go."
The girls' tennis team has a variety of new and returning players, from people who are new to the game of tennis and those who've been playing for years. Experiencing both sides of the perspective can help the team come together to incorporate different styles into their gameplay.
Teamwork is a very important part of the game because we have to help each other and grow together and learn from each other and from our mistakes and such. Yeah.
With the season underway, the girls' tennis team continues to grow and improve. Reporting for WCTV, I'm Senofan Nguyen with photographers Ezinea Conquel and Tania Brook.
It ain't easy being a girl, so keep those pom-poms up and keep that energy going because we have some more incredible girls coming your way from the Del Campo cheerleading team to talk about why cheer should be considered a sport.
My name is Adriona and I go to Del Campo High School. The name of my video is More Than Pom Poms. My role in the production was I was a scriptwriter and an editor. We wanted viewers to learn that cheer's a sport and cheer is difficult and it takes hard work, and I had an idea of how hard it was, but when we interviewed them, they were talking about injuries they've gotten throughout their career in cheer. I kind of revisited something I used to do because I used to cheer, and I cheered in junior high in 7th grade, and you know, it was never this rough. And it was really a surprise to me, just, you know, how rough cheer can be and how everybody else makes it seem like it's so easy, and it's not.
Most people think cheer is not a sport, but the girls here at Del Campo dedicate their lives to cheer. They come back from injuries and work through each and every obstacle. That being said, here's two of the cheerleaders on their injuries throughout their careers.
It's caused me many injuries, including like concussions, and I've gotten hit in the head quite a bit. And I get so many bruises that I can't even explain that are from stunting and things like that.
I have a back problem now because of it, and it just like during one of our stunts my back got tweaked out, and it turns out I actually have a genetic condition called spondylolisthesis where my vertebrae pops out of place.
On top of bumps and bruises, there's also sweat and hard work. Here's Frankie with the difficulty of cheer.
The things we do, like throwing girls up in the air and being able to lift them up, and we do very like complex dances, and I think that's a very hard aspect.
Because of all these adversities, cheerleaders are offended when people insist that cheer isn't a sport.
I get pretty mad because usually the definition of a sport is when teams compete against each other, and we did compete in November, and so technically we'd be qualified as a sport, and we also have to have physical exams to be able to try out for cheer.
Next time you think that cheer is not a sport, remember the pain and dedication it takes to be a cheerleader. With photographer Adriona, I'm Husna reporting for DC Daily.
Meet Senora Fielden. She is a Spanish teacher and an inspirational female figure to the students at Del Campo High School. Let's find out why she is so popular on campus.
Del Campo is home to a wide variety of students and teachers from different backgrounds and cultures. But in room 7 sits Miss Fielden, one of the school's most beloved teachers on campus.
She's a pretty nice teacher. She really cares about her students and, you know, how they are and stuff. Maybe like if you're having a bad day, she'll come up to you, like ask you what's wrong. She might give you like a snicker or two, you know.
Yeah, Miss Fielden is a really understanding person. You can just go up to, she's like more down to earth person. You can just go up to her and you can talk about your problems and she'll help you out with it.
They know that when they come in here, they're respected and they're loved, and that I love having them in class.
I have first period with her and our class is just very tired, you know, they want to go back to sleep, but her energy brings our class to life.
She cares about others, like really like you could be having a bad day, she'll like understand. I would say her background really does help her. She's been to most Spanish countries.
I was born in Venezuela, but I grew up in Ecuador. When I was in high school, my family decided to move to Spain. So I have lived in several different Spanish-speaking countries. It is nice for me to be able to explain to my students, this is typical of Venezuela, or this is what happens in Colombia because my mom's from Colombia, or this is the way education goes in Ecuador.
If I had to choose, I would say most definitely Miss Fielden's my favorite teacher.
If I had to choose out of my 4 periods, I would have to say Miss Fielden is my favorite teacher.
I love my kids. I do. I love my students, and hopefully they know that.
I feel like I learned Spanish pretty well in her class. Well, with her it's pretty easy.
But Miss Fielden's students might be wary of rumors circulating of her finding and pursuing a new job opportunity.
My dream is to become a YouTuber so I don't have to teach anymore. I'm just being funny.
I have heard that she's trying to be a YouTuber. I support her dreams and become a YouTuber.
This has been reporter Harley Allen with photographer Diego Cabral reporting for DC Daily.
Whoever said ballet is only for girls? Part of achieving gender equality also means including guys in activities that have been dominated mostly by women in the past, which is why Itai would like to clear up some of the misleading gender stereotypes about ballet.
Here at the Sacramento Ballet, we believe that no matter their gender, anyone can dance.
I started dancing when I was 10 years old. I'm 35 now. I got my first job when I was 17, and I've been doing it all my life.
So stereotypes were pretty rough for me in ballet.
Coming from a sports-filled country like Australia, we have professional athletes come and take ballet class because they know it's super good for you, but just not being mainstream, people have a different idea about male dancers.
Ballet is not just a bunch of random, boring movements. It's a feeling that everyone deserves to enjoy, including boys. People need to put down their wall of thoughts and look at the big picture. Anyone can dance ballet if they put their mind to it.
Some of my friends growing up, especially male dancers, have been sort of, picked on or targeted, but I also think it's because there's a lack of knowledge with male dancers.
Ballet was a fantastic career for me. It continues to be a fantastic career. I've toured the world and I've performed on some of the biggest stages there are.
People need to learn more about ballet before they make a judgment, especially with male dancers. We work very hard, it's very athletic, and I hope before people pass judgment that they actually look into it.
Overall, make sure that when someone feels bullied or sad because of people not accepting them due to their gender, be supportive. Don't let other people's opinions get in your way. And remember, just keep dancing.
Girls go to college to get more knowledge. This is true. These are just the facts. In fact, why don't we go join Abby and Madison now? These clever girls are hosting a science talk and you're all invited.
and Madison.
Do plants get the materials they need for growth and reproduction?
Plants get the materials they need for growth and reproduction from sunlight, water, and minerals through a process called photosynthesis.
What do you need for photosynthesis to happen?
Well, Kylie, for photosynthesis to happen, water, light, and carbon dioxide are needed. They are absorbed by the plant to produce oxygen, sugars, and more carbon dioxide.
Plants fit in with the water cycle.
Well, Ezra, plants take the water in through their roots and release it through small pores on the underside of their leaves. A very small portion of water vapor enters the atmosphere through sublimation. This is the process which water changes directly from a solid, ice or snow, to a gas.
Also, stop flat tiring me, Ezra.
Energy from plants traced back to the sun.
Well, Roman,
all energy we get from food can be traced back to the sun. The sun's energy is transformed to plants, which uses it to convert to water and carbon dioxide into oxygen and sugars through photosynthesis. So through photosynthesis, the energy from the sun is transferred from one living thing to another. We hope this helped you.
Thanks, Abby and Madison. Well, for photosynthesis... Bruh! Why are you getting in my shot?
Get in with the water.
Bro!
In order to foster more gender-inclusive behavior in the workforce, we have to start by being less exclusive to each other, and that includes recess too. To illustrate this idea, Aaliyah has created this PSA.
Hey guys! Guys, you shouldn't be mean to people. Don't exclude. Hey guys, we're really sorry. Can we sit with you? Yeah, sure.
Who knew we had so many amazing and powerful female figures in our community? Now I feel like I have to go thank my mom and my teachers for being such a great role model for me. You should too. Until next time.
Thanks, Emily. That was great. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of SEVA TV. Thank you for joining us. And remember, if you'd like to see more student videos or want to find out how you can enter into the SEVAs, check out our website at secctv.org. I'm Nebaiot. Thanks for watching.